Counting on alums Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar raised their kids through strict core values. All of the kids were homeschooled and had to follow a certain lifestyle due to their church. However, some Redditors think the two went too far, especially when it comes to teaching how the kids look at pregnancies. Keep reading to see the shocking discovery. Counting on Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's latest grandchild. One of the newest additions to the Duggar family is Jeremiah and Hannah's second child, Brielle Grace. Jim Bob and Michelle remained silent on social media when their 33rd grandchild arrived last February. Fortunately, Jeremiah and Hannah kept their followers in touch about their growing family. There are also speculations that Joseph and Kendra welcomed their secret fourth baby. It's clear to see that the Duggars are only getting bigger as the years go by. But some Redditors are disturbed by a common practice in the family regarding pregnancies. Fans shocked by pregnancy rules in the Duggar family. Some Counting on fans on Reddit discussed one of the most disturbing practices in the Duggar family. According to the poster who claims to be pregnant, there have been tons of women who were able to prevent themselves from calling out their husbands for not putting much on the table. It's known that most of the Duggar men only rely on Jim Bob and his construction business. The poster also added that she has a husband who is 10 times more present and a helpful partner, but there are still days when she gets mad because of her pregnancy. But it seems it was never seen on any Duggar women when they were expecting with their respective husbands. See, here's the difference. You're allowed to feel rage. These women aren't. They just aren't. They've been beaten when they show any normal emotion other than joy, when they were babies. Blanket training. And that's why we snark on the parents. I also don't understand how they do this so often. I'm about halfway through my first pregnancy and already debating if we need more than one kid. Lamau. That's how I feel too. If things aren't 50-50s, when my husband isn't working, I lose it. I can't do it. We weren't meant to do this alone. It takes a village blah blah blah, but we personally don't live within an hour of family, and our parents have real jobs, so we can only maybe get help some weekends. Women in Duggar world is a keep sweet attitude gross. They are brainwashed from birth. It's hard to feel rage when you don't know any different. Counting on. Are there any pregnant Duggars today? There are currently no pregnant Duggars today. However, many of them have stepped away from the limelight, making it hard for the fans to know if someone is expecting. Jill is one of the most recent members of the family to announce a pregnancy. Sadly, the Counting on alum suffered a devastating miscarriage in April. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar were also in attendance during the funeral of their granddaughter, Isla Marie, and many fans hope that their relationship with Jill will finally get better. The Duggar family, famous for their reality TV shows 19 Kids and Counting On, has long been a subject of fascination for fans due to their deeply rooted religious beliefs and their strict lifestyle rules. From courtship to marriage, the Duggars live by a set of conservative values that set them apart from mainstream culture. However, it's their pregnancy rules that have recently left fans in disbelief. As more details about their guidelines surrounding pregnancy emerge, fans of the show are beginning to express their shock and curiosity about the Duggar family's approach to pregnancy and motherhood. While many aspects of the Duggar family's lives have been shared on television, certain elements of their beliefs, especially regarding pregnancy, remained relatively under wraps until now. From modesty during pregnancy to spiritual preparation for childbirth, the Duggar family follows an unusually strict set of guidelines that reflect their dedication to their faith and their lifestyle. For the Duggars, pregnancy isn't just a biological process. It's a spiritual journey that must be navigated with care, modesty, family's view on pregnancy, a sacred responsibility. For the Duggar family, pregnancy is viewed as one of the most sacred responsibilities a woman can undertake. As devout Christians, the Duggars believe that children are a gift from God, and having as many children as possible is seen as a blessing. This belief is deeply embedded in their practice of the Quiverful movement, a Christian ideology that promotes large families and encourages followers to leave the size of their family in God's hands. Michelle Duggar, the matriarch of the family, has frequently spoken about her belief that God has a plan for each of her children and that her role as a mother is divinely ordained. This mindset shapes how the Duggars approach pregnancy, with every aspect of it being treated with reverence and care. However, this reverence also comes with a set of strict rules that govern how the women in the family are expected to behave during pregnancy. These rules are designed to reflect the family's values of modesty, purity, and devotion to God. But to fans who are accustomed to a more modern approach to pregnancy, they can seem incredibly restrictive and surprising. Modesty at all times, even during pregnancy. One of the most notable rules that Duggar women must follow during pregnancy is the commitment to modesty. The Duggar family has always emphasized the importance of dressing modestly, with women expected to wear long skirts, high-necked shirts, and outfits that cover their bodies in a way that avoids drawing attention to their figures. This rule doesn't change when a Duggar woman becomes pregnant. In fact, modesty becomes even more important during this time. Fans of Counting On have expressed shock at how Duggar women continue to follow such strict modesty guidelines, even as their bodies change during pregnancy. Instead of embracing maternity fashion trends or more comfortable, loose-fitting clothing, Duggar women typically stick to their conservative wardrobe choices, layering their outfits to ensure their growing baby bumps are never too visible. To many fans, this commitment to modesty feels restrictive, especially in a time when many women choose to embrace their pregnant bodies and celebrate the changes that come with motherhood. The idea that a pregnant woman would have to hide or downplay her pregnancy rather than celebrate it feels outdated to some. But for the Duggars, it's a reflection of their desire to remain modest and humble before God. The role of the husband, a guide during pregnancy. In the Duggar family, pregnancy isn't just the responsibility of the woman, it's a shared journey with her husband, who is expected to play a central role in supporting and guiding his wife throughout the pregnancy. Duggar husbands are encouraged to take an active role in the spiritual preparation for childbirth, often leading prayers, Bible studies, and devotions focused on the upcoming arrival of the baby. While many fans see the involvement of Duggar husbands as a positive aspect of their pregnancies, some are surprised by just how much control the husbands are expected to have over the process. Duggar women are encouraged to seek their husbands' guidance on major decisions regarding the pregnancy, including health decisions, birthing plans, and parenting strategies. For some viewers, the level of control husbands have over the pregnancy process seems excessive, especially in situations where a woman's health and well-being should be the primary focus. Fans of Counting On have debated whether this dynamic truly empowers women or whether it reinforces traditional gender roles that place men in positions of authority, even when it comes to decisions about childbirth and pregnancy. In the Duggar family, however, this approach is seen as a way to honor God's design for marriage, where the husband is the head of the household and the wife follows his lead. Birth control is off limits. Trusting God. The most controversial of the Duggar family's pregnancy rules is their firm stance against birth control. In line with their quiverful beliefs, the Duggars are committed to leaving their family size up to God, which means that any form of contraception is considered unacceptable. This rule applies not only before pregnancy, but also after childbirth, meaning that Duggar women are expected to be open to getting pregnant again as soon as their bodies are able. This belief has left many fans shocked, especially considering the potential health risks of having so many pregnancies in quick succession. Michelle Duggar herself experienced multiple pregnancies back-to-back, and while she has spoken openly about the joys of having a large family, she has also dealt with serious health issues as a result of her many pregnancies, including a life-threatening miscarriage. For Duggar women, the decision to have children isn't one they make on their own. Instead, it's seen as part of their faith journey, trusting God to decide how many children they will have and when. While some fans admire the Duggars' faith and commitment to their beliefs, others find the idea of not using birth control to be concerning, especially in cases where a woman's health might be at risk. Fans' reactions: a mix of shock and curiosity. As more details about the Duggar family's pregnancy rules have come to light, fans of Counting On have taken to social media to express their shock and curiosity. Many have questioned whether the rules are too strict.